Fans horrified as Lindsie Chrisley's face morphed into Todd. Lindsie Chrisley scared fans when she posted a video, and her face had morphed into her father, Todd Chrisley. This is something fans did not expect. However, they are not loving it. Lindsie is not close with her family. She continuously gets into fights with her sister, Savannah Chrisley. The two go back and forth calling each other out on social media. However, Lindsie seems to be turning into her father. Keep reading to find out more. Todd Chrisley goes away. Todd Chrisley got into a lot of legal trouble. This also got his wife, Julie Chrisley, in a lot of trouble as well. Both of them are currently in federal prison. Julie has the opportunity to get her sentence reduced. They could not find enough evidence to make her sentencing stick. So there is a possibility that she can get out much sooner than originally expected. Unfortunately, it does not look too good for Todd. His daughter, Savannah Chrisley, will continue to fight for his freedom. Maybe she will have luck in the future. Lindsie Chrisley morphs into father. Lindsie Chrisley posted a video. In the video, she looked like Todd. This horrified fans. She really looks like Todd here. She looks like her lips are having an allergic reaction. They are so duck-like. Too much boozing, coke and pills trying to plump up with filler. Oh my, she's not looking so good. Fans do not think she looks good whatsoever. Some think her filler has gotten to be too much. Others think she could be on drugs. There is no telling what made her look like that in the video. However, she does not look like that on other social media posts. Regardless, fans are horrified with how she looked. Fans of Lindsie Chrisley were left in shock and disbelief after a recent series of social media posts seemed to show her face eerily morphing into a replica of her father, Todd Chrisley. Known for her striking features and her independent, outspoken persona, Lindsie has spent years distancing herself from her famous father's tumultuous life, especially after the public unraveling of the Chrisley family's financial and legal troubles. But now, it seemed as though a bizarre transformation had fans wondering, was Lindsie turning into her father literally? The whole incident started innocuously enough. Lindsie, as usual, was posting updates to her Instagram stories, sharing snippets of her daily life, her fitness routines, and playful moments with her son. But amid the typical posts, fans began noticing something peculiar in the most recent photos. At first, it was subtle, a sharpness in her jawline that hadn't been there before, a familiar arch to her brow, and a sudden change in her smile that felt disturbingly recognizable. The comments started to flood in, with fans speculating on everything from bad photo filters to the possibility of botched cosmetic surgery. However, as more images appeared, the resemblance to Todd Chrisley became impossible to ignore. One fan commented, "Is it just me, or does Lindsie's face look exactly like Todd's? This is creeping me out." Another wrote, "Lindsie, sweetie, what's going on with your face? You're starting to look like your dad. Please tell me this is some weird prank." What started as a ripple of confusion quickly spiraled into a full-on social media frenzy. Screenshots of Lindsie's posts began circulating across Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, with side-by-side comparisons of her current appearance and old photos of her father. The transformation was undeniable. Her nose, once delicately rounded, now bore a striking resemblance to Todd's. Her eyes, once soft and warm, had taken on a steely intensity, mirroring her father's piercing gaze. Even her once charming smile now had the same cocky, smirk-like quality that had become Todd Chrisley's signature look. Fans speculated wildly. Some suggested it was a combination of stress and aging, while others thought it might be the result of a desperate attempt to stay relevant in the Chrisley family drama. However, a growing number of conspiracy theories took hold of the conversation. Some believed that Lindsie had undergone plastic surgery to intentionally resemble her father in a twisted attempt to repair their fractured relationship. Others thought something more sinister was at play, perhaps a hidden genetic disorder, or even a curse brought on by the family's dark history of lies and deceit. One theory in particular gained traction, that the stress and emotional trauma Lindsie had experienced over the years, especially during Todd's highly publicized legal battles, had caused her body to literally morph into his. "It's like she's becoming him," one Reddit user mused. "All the bitterness, all the unresolved issues. It's almost like her face is a reflection of all that pent-up pain." As the internet buzzed with chatter, Lindsie remained unusually silent. She had never shied away from confronting rumors in the past, often addressing them head-on in her podcast, Coffee Convos, or on her social media platforms. But this time, there was no denial, no clarification, no explanation for the transformation that was happening right before everyone's eyes. Her silence only fueled the speculation. After several days of fan uproar, Lindsie finally broke her silence with a cryptic Instagram post. She shared a black and white photo of herself staring into a mirror, her face partially obscured by shadow. The caption read, "We all become the things we fear the most." There was no further explanation, no context to the quote, but it left her followers more unsettled than ever. Was she admitting that she feared turning into her father? Or was she simply playing into the rumors, keeping everyone guessing? The post didn't do much to quell the storm of speculation. In fact, it only made fans more desperate for answers. Podcasts and YouTube channels devoted to reality TV and pop culture dissected every angle of the situation. Some experts in body language and facial analysis weighed in, suggesting that Lindsie's recent changes were a result of emotional trauma manifesting physically. When someone goes through a prolonged period of intense stress, especially when it's tied to a family member, it can have an impact on their physical appearance. One psychologist explained during a popular podcast. It's not unheard of for people to subconsciously adopt the traits of those they're in conflict with, especially when those emotions aren't resolved. Still, many fans weren't buying it. They demanded answers. They wanted to know if this transformation was intentional, if it was cosmetic, or if something more mysterious was going on. Some even speculated about the possibility of an upcoming reality TV twist. "This has to be part of some new Chrisley show," one fan wrote on Twitter. "There's no way this is happening naturally. The Chrisleys are always up to something." Whether or not Lindsie's transformation was deliberate, accidental, or the result of some deeper psychological process remained unclear. But one thing was certain, the internet couldn't look away. Every new post, every new angle of her face became a subject of fascination, horror, and morbid curiosity. The once independent daughter of Todd Chrisley, who had fought so hard to separate herself from the Chrisley family name, now found herself looking more and more like the man she had spent years trying to distance herself from. In the weeks that followed, Lindsie seemed to embrace the chaos. Her social media posts became more sporadic, but each one seemed to play into the eerie narrative that had captured the internet's imagination. She began posting old photos of herself with Todd, captioning them with cryptic messages about fate, family, and the inevitability of becoming the very things we run from. Fans, horrified and mesmerized, could only watch as Lindsie's face, and perhaps her identity, continued to morph into the spitting image of the one person she swore she'd never become.